350 feet above the ground as you are in the king's chamber, that won't do at all. I don't know how they did it. All I know is they did it. I don't think anybody knows how they did it.
Egypt, a land steeped in ancient mysteries, has long captivated explorers and historians. While most are familiar with the pyramids and hieroglyphs dating back thousands of years, recent discoveries suggest a far more ancient civilization may have once thrived there. But is it possible that Egypt's history stretches back even further than we thought? New evidence points to a highly advanced society that existed well before the emergence of anatomically modern humans.
One groundbreaking find is the burial site of an 800,000-year-old queen deep within a labyrinth of caves.
How could such a complex civilization have existed so long ago? What secrets does the sands of Egypt still hold? Let's find out. Unearthing Egypt's ancient secrets. The discovery of KV-64. On January 25, 2011, Cairo was alive with the sound of protesters demanding an end to President Hosni Mubarak's 3-decade reign. While the world watched the upheaval above, an extraordinary discovery was quietly unfolding beneath the streets. In the Valley of the Kings, a team of archaeologists led by Suzanne Ble from the University of Basel was on the verge of uncovering a monumental archaeological find. Deep within the dusty tunnels, they stumbled upon the top of a large round stone at the eastern end of the valley. At first, they thought it might just be the top of an abandoned shaft, but as they investigated further, they realized it was the entrance to a previously unknown tomb, later designated KV-64. This was groundbreaking news. The Valley of the Kings, the resting place for pharaohs and nobles, hadn't seen such a significant discovery in decades. Before they could dive deeper, the team had to navigate Egypt's strict archaeological regulations. They carefully covered the stone with a locked iron door, notified the Egyptian authorities, and applied for the necessary permits to continue their excavation. A year later, after receiving approval, Ble returned to the site with a dedicated team of around 24 experts, including Elena Paula Girth, a skilled field director, and local inspector Ali Rita. They were joined by local workers whose families had lived in the area for generations. The atmosphere was electric with anticipation as they prepared for the delicate task ahead. Each team member took turns lying on the ground, pressing their heads against the cool stone wall and peering through a small hole next to the capstone to snap photographs. What they captured was astonishing, a glimpse into an ancient tomb that had remained untouched for millennia. Inside, they found a dusty black coffin, skillfully carved from wood and adorned with vibrant yellow symbols that popped against the dark surface. Ble, who had encountered countless Egyptian artifacts, remarked that she had never seen a coffin in such remarkable condition. The team also unearthed fragments of pottery made from Nile silt and pieces of plaster used by the ancient Egyptians to seal tomb entrances. Together with dating from nearby sites, these discoveries indicated that the tomb was likely over 3,000 years old. This remarkable find was not just a relic of the past, it was a window into a world long forgotten, waiting to reveal its secrets. Bastet's tomb, a new discovery. Dating back to the New Kingdom period, when pharaohs like Ramses II and Tutankhamun ruled Egypt, Bastet's tomb offers a tantalizing glimpse into the past. The symbols found within indicate that she was a high-ranking woman linked to the Amun Temple, living in a time when Egypt thrived as a cultural and religious center. For years, many believed that the Valley of the Kings had nothing left to reveal. This idea dates back to early excavators like Giovanni Belzoni, who thought he had discovered the last tomb in 1817, and Theodore Davis, who claimed the valley was fully explored just before the famous tomb of Tutankhamun was found. Yet this valley, a rich burial ground for pharaohs and nobles from the 16th to the 11th century BCE, continues to surprise us. Each tomb is a narrative of its occupant and the society that built it, often adorned with intricate wall paintings and inscriptions that shed light on ancient Egyptian life and beliefs. Fortunately, a growing number of researchers believe there are still hidden treasures waiting to be discovered across the Valley of the Kings, the Nile Delta, and beyond. Modern technology, like ground-penetrating radar and 3D mapping, has transformed archaeological methods, leading to the unearthing of previously concealed chambers and artifacts. Discoveries like Neme Bastet's tomb reignite interest in these ancient mysteries. The artifacts within, though simple, offer valuable insights into the burial practices and daily lives of the elite in ancient Egypt. Items like pottery, jewelry, and amulets were thought to protect the deceased in the afterlife. Interestingly, Neme's burial items were quite modest for someone of her status. Her plain wooden coffin and basic tools stand in stark contrast to the lavish pottery and goods found in older tombs. Although her coffin was expensive, it lacked the elaborate inner coffins common in similar burials, raising questions about her social standing and the era in which she lived. This discovery has stirred excitement among Egyptologists. Unlike the ornate sarcophagi of pharaohs like Tutankhamun, Neme's burial hints at a different story, perhaps a simpler time or a different social status altogether. After securing the coffin and its contents, Ble's team transported it across the Nile to Luxor for further investigation. They're employing advanced imaging techniques, including CT scans and 3D reconstructions, to study the mummy without causing harm. DNA analysis might reveal her lineage, possibly connecting her to known royal families, or uncovering unexpected ties that could reshape our understanding of ancient Egypt. Interestingly, some scholars argue that simpler tombs with wooden coffins can be the oldest, often displaying intricate symbols. They suggest that earlier periods emphasized quality over quantity in burial goods. This raises the possibility that Neme's tomb might conceal a deeper historical significance, perhaps even pointing to a lost civilization that predates our current understanding of ancient Egypt. Over the years, evidence has emerged suggesting that ancient narratives might not be what we think. In 1995, Kent Weeks led a team that uncovered over 100 underground chambers beneath Giza, sparking new discussions about the site's history. Some alternative researchers propose that the builders of the pyramids may not have been the Egyptians, but rather a mysterious earlier civilization. Critics of this idea often point to erosion patterns on the pyramids and the Sphinx, claiming that heavy rainfall has created marks that suggest these structures could be much older than widely accepted. Some theorists even speculate they might date back as far as 800,000 years, an assertion that poses significant challenges, as current evidence suggests Homo sapiens have only been around for about 300,000 years. If these claims were validated, they could fundamentally alter our understanding of human history and ancient civilizations. The notion that an advanced society existed long before our recorded history invites us to rethink the origins of iconic monuments. The newly discovered chambers show signs of multiple flash flooding events, hinting at a complex and tumultuous history that researchers are only beginning to decode. Adding to the enigma is the lack of written records detailing the construction of these monumental structures. Despite extensive writings from ancient Egypt, there's no mention of how the pyramids or the Sphinx were built, creating a fascinating gap in the historical narrative. This intriguing silence raises questions. Could Neme Bastet's tomb and the mysteries of the Valley of the Kings be leading us toward groundbreaking revelations? The journey to uncover these ancient secrets continues, promising new insights into a past that is rich with intrigue. Kulab, uncovering ancient secrets. Controversial revelations are emerging from Kulab, a site that has been extensively explored yet still holds many secrets. Nestled atop a naturally formed hill, Kulab's massive ancient wall challenges long-held assumptions in academia. Beneath its surface lies a complex history that could reshape our understanding of the past. As researchers examined the site more closely, they were struck by the monumental feat of human engineering embodied in the construction of the wall. But what lay beyond this formidable barrier was even more surprising. Behind the fortress, they discovered that the area had been deliberately filled with earth to create a plateau. This finding contradicted the beliefs of many experts who had overlooked the signs of human intervention in the landscape's formation. The plateau wasn't a random natural occurrence. It was a crafted feature, revealing the ingenuity of its builders. The design of the fortress was equally impressive. The entrances were strategically created to challenge invaders. They featured narrow passages that forced attackers to navigate carefully, exposing them to attacks from above and both sides. Some pathways were wide enough to create a false sense of security, only to narrow sharply as they approached the main structure, making infiltration both tricky and risky for larger groups. Deep within a labyrinthine cave system, accessible after descending a staggering 800 meters underground, lies a hidden burial chamber. This chamber wasn't just a resting place. It was meticulously crafted to preserve the remains of its occupants for centuries. Designed to thwart tomb raiders who have ravaged countless burial sites throughout history, this chamber has remained untouched until now. Among the treasures discovered are intricately carved wooden idols, expertly treated with preservation techniques that have been lost to time. These artifacts have withstood the elements, offering tantalizing clues about the advanced skills of the ancient inhabitants. What truly sets this discovery apart are the mummies found within the chamber. Unlike anything seen before, these mummies are remarkably intact, showcasing intricate facial features and well-preserved clothing that suggest a highly sophisticated culture. Their existence challenges existing theories about the site's creators and could unravel one of archaeology's greatest mysteries. Despite the widespread looting of ancient tombs over the years, this burial chamber has remained concealed, holding the potential to rewrite history. Meanwhile, archaeologist Warren Church has spent nearly 2 decades dedicated to unlocking the secrets of Los Pachucos. Driven by the mystery surrounding the site, he remains determined to uncover its hidden truths. The journey continues, promising to reveal stories long buried and perhaps redefine our understanding of ancient civilizations. The cultural significance of the Shell Grotto of Margate. Pachucos, an ancient marvel of engineering, stands as a testament to human ingenuity and resilience. This fortress, built by the Cloud People, or Chachapoya as the Incas called them, dotted the stunning landscape of Peru. Despite facing numerous challenges, including the devastating arrival of the Spanish and the spread of smallpox, the Chachapoya thrived, leaving behind not just ruins, but a rich tapestry of cultural expression. What makes the Cloud People particularly fascinating is their artistry. Lacking written records, they instead adorned their surroundings with intricate stone carvings of orchids, butterflies, and jaguars, offering glimpses into their beliefs and environment. Archaeologist Warren Church's discoveries went beyond mere aesthetics. He uncovered evidence of their agricultural prowess, revealing terraces carved into steep slopes that showcased their remarkable adaptation to the challenging terrain. Among the most astonishing finds in a burial chamber were mummies that defied expectations. These mummies exhibited European features, fair skin, and even blonde hair, raising intriguing questions about ancient peoples' interactions and origins. Were these mummies the original architects of Pachucos, or newcomers like the Incas? The mystery of how they came to inhabit these Peruvian hills adds an enthralling layer to the story, hinting at connections that could span continents. Some theorists suggest that these mummies may even be linked to a once great civilization akin to the legendary Atlanteans, sharing their wisdom across the globe before a cataclysmic event. In a different part of the world, in 1835, a laborer in Kent, UK, unwittingly stumbled upon an extraordinary hidden world. His shovel struck something unusual, unveiling a doorway to a network of underground caverns. News of this discovery spread rapidly, igniting curiosity among locals. A brave schoolteacher volunteered his son Joshua, to explore the depths. What he found was mesmerizing. Intricate runes and millions of seashells arranged into a breathtaking mosaic. Initially met with skepticism, the spectacle transformed disbelief into awe once the entrance was widened, revealing the stunning shell grotto of Margate. Despite its fame, the origins and purpose of the grotto remain shrouded in mystery. Spanning approximately 190 square meters and comprising around 4,600 shells, the mosaic creates an otherworldly ambiance. Scholars have proposed various theories, from a whimsical project of a wealthy individual to a relic of prehistoric times, possibly linked to the Knights Templar. However, the lack of scientific dating leaves its age and purpose open to speculation, inviting wonder and curiosity. As we delve deeper into the mosaic, the choice of shell varieties becomes fascinating. Local species like mussels, cockles, and oysters dominate, but the flat winkle shell fills the background, a rare find that hints at deeper significance. Its presence suggests a deliberate choice, perhaps linked to cultural or practical meanings. Despite its stunning beauty, the shell grotto remains relatively obscure, begging for further scientific inquiry to unlock its remarkable secrets. Across the globe in Laos, another archaeological wonder awaits exploration: the enigmatic Plain of Jars. Scattered across the Xiangquang Plateau, this site features thousands of massive stone jars, some reaching 3 meters in height and weighing several tons. Their purpose remains a baffling mystery. Among the hundreds of jars, only one stands out, adorned with the image of a frogman, hinting at possible cultural or ritual significance yet to be understood. Dating back to around 500 BC, these jars may have been used for burial practices, as human remains and artifacts have been found nearby. Local legends tell of giants who created the jars to store rice wine or collect monsoon rainwater, adding layers to the intrigue surrounding the site. The Plain of Jars poses countless questions. Who crafted these enormous jars? Why their impractical sizes? What stories do the stones tell? And who is the mysterious frogman? The answers may remain elusive, but the site undoubtedly deserves further research. Finally, in Siberia, archaeologists unearthed a remarkable bracelet dating back 40,000 years, believed to belong to the Denisovan species of early humans. Discovered in Denisova Cave, this exquisite piece of jewelry challenges our understanding of prehistoric craftsmanship. Made of chlorite, a stone not native to the area, the bracelet suggests long-distance trade or travel. Its intricate design, featuring a precisely drilled hole, indicates advanced tools and techniques that were previously unrecognized. The bracelet's discovery sent ripples through the academic community, hinting at a complex and interconnected prehistoric world. Further analysis revealed that the Denisovans were far more sophisticated than previously thought, challenging established narratives about early human capabilities. Each fragment of the bracelet tells a story of ancient artisanship, inviting us to reconsider the depth of human creativity and connection across time and space. The Book of the Dead, Guide to the Afterlife. In Central Egypt, archaeologists have made an astonishing discovery: a New Kingdom burial site that predates the pyramids by an impressive 3,500 years. This site is a treasure trove of artifacts, including mummies, amulets, statues, and canopic jars, along with a remarkable 43-foot-long papyrus scroll containing a section of the Book of the Dead. Mustafa Waziri, Secretary General of the Egyptian Supreme Council of Antiquities, highlighted the scroll's excellent condition and its significance as the first full papyrus found in the Alifa area, dating back to around 1550-1070 BC. This cemetery is already renowned for its numerous tombs and artifacts, but the mysteries surrounding this particular scroll are particularly captivating. While estimates suggest the scroll could be between 43 and 49 feet long, its precise contents remain largely unknown, despite the fact that similar texts started to emerge around 1850 BC at the beginning of the New Kingdom. The Book of Going Forth by Day, as it's also known, is crucial for understanding ancient Egyptian beliefs about the afterlife, and each translation sheds new light on these complex spiritual ideas. The Egyptian ministry hopes to showcase this rare scroll at the Grand Egyptian Museum. In addition to the scroll, the excavation has revealed an array of artifacts, including canopic jars, hundreds of stone and wooden amulets, and over 25,000 Ushabti sculptures. Among the finds is an intricately carved wooden coffin belonging to Isa, the daughter of Aed Haru, a leader among the Jauti priests of Al-Azmun. Alongside her coffin were a complete set of Ushabti statues and a statue of the ostrich-like deity, Pasar, as well as wooden boxes containing her canopic vessels. These ancient rituals were closely guarded by the Egyptian monarchy, yet they eventually became accessible to even the poorest Egyptians, highlighting the widespread importance of afterlife beliefs. The title Book of the Dead was popularized by German Egyptologist Carl Richard Lepsius, who compiled ancient tomb texts in 1842, revolutionizing our understanding of Egyptian spirituality. With its 200 chapters, this work provides a fascinating insight into the beliefs and challenges faced on the journey to the afterlife. Initially thought to be sacred scripture, these texts were later revealed to be spells or magical guides designed to help the deceased navigate the next world. Although there's no single authoritative translation, Lepsius's organization of the texts allows researchers to explore this vast body of work more cohesively. Passages from the Book of the Dead have been discovered on mummification bandages, tombstones, sarcophagi, and papyrus rolls, originally intended for royalty and rooted in older pyramid texts from the Old Kingdom. While the exact timeline for the compilation of the Book of the Dead remains uncertain, its use expanded beyond the elite, becoming available to anyone who could afford a copy. By the New Kingdom, c. 1539, 1075 BC, beautifully illustrated versions were created alongside more basic, mass-produced copies. Regardless of the variations in wording, the ultimate purpose of these texts remained clear: to guide the deceased through the underworld and help them face the trials ahead, irrespective of their social status. During burial rituals, priests recited passages from the Book of the Dead, preparing the deceased for their journey. A significant ceremony, known as the opening of the mouth, aimed to awaken the senses of the departed. The 9th chapter encapsulates this hope. I have opened up every path which is in the sky and which is on earth, for I am the well-beloved son of my father Osiris. I am noble. I am a spirit. I am equipped. O all you gods and all you spirits, prepare a path for me. According to Egyptian beliefs, the soul would follow the sun god Re into the underworld, navigating a perilous journey filled with terrifying monsters like Apep, who threatened Re nightly. Chapter 7 reassures, I will not be inert for you. I will not be weak for you. Your poison shall not enter my members, for my members are the members of a tomb. Once past Apep, the deceased confronted a labyrinth with unique gates requiring specific knowledge to pass through, leading to the Hall of Two Truths, where they would be judged by 42 judges, with Osiris presiding. In this judgment, the deceased would swear their innocence against a long list of sins, as outlined in chapter 125. Those with heavy hearts faced dire fates, while dreams were considered messages from the divine. Ancient Egyptians believed dreams offered glimpses into the future, and inscriptions from around 2100 BC reveal individuals pleading with their ancestors for relief from nightmares. Pharaohs even used dreams to validate their reigns, as seen in the story of Thutmose, who dreamt of the god Re instructing him to clear the sands from the Great Sphinx. Manuals like the Chester Beatty Papyrus catalog dreams and their meanings, reflecting the anxieties of both commoners and royalty. Egyptians adorned their sleeping areas with protective images and prayers, highlighting their keen awareness of the significance of dreams in both daily life and spiritual beliefs. This remarkable burial site and its treasures not only illuminate ancient practices, but also deepen our understanding of a civilization that continues to fascinate us with its mysteries. So, are we uncovering the past, or just scratching the surface of deeper secrets? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more.